Hello and welcome to Euphoria. This week I'm building the Sanctum Sanctorum building from Lego set number 76218. I bought this set on the secondary market, so I got the building and the base plate and everything, but without the minifigures. But that's okay, because I'm not hugely into the Marvel universe. I don't particularly want superheroes in my Lego city, but I do very much like the look of this building. I've done that before, where I was interested in obtaining the building, but not so bothered about the minifigures. And buying a set that way can be a lot cheaper than buying it completely new. This video won't be a speed build, but I'll be making the building and looking at any special building techniques or any ways that I might want to change or improve this building. Before I start the construction of this set, I'll just have a look at the features of the set and why I wanted to build it. As you can see from the size of the box and the pictures on it, this is a large set and makes a substantial building. The set has 2,708 pieces, but of course I'll have a few less pieces because I haven't got the 9 minifigs or their accessories that normally come with the set. I love the look of this set. It looks like a really solid classical style building with its stone ground floor and lovely columns on the upper facade, and of course it has this nice green mansard roof with the windows inset into it. It also has this feature round window which is very specific to this building. It's built on a standard 32 by 32 base plate and already meets the standards for a modular building. I also like that it's a corner building. I especially like the way this angled corner is built, and it has the normal pavement or sidewalk that you would find on a standard modular corner building. It's a full building with all the sides, and it's built so that each floor is a separate module which can be removed for access to the interior. So in many ways it's a modular building. It looks like there are also some play features, build options, and lots of interesting features of the building that I'm keen to explore. So with all these features, this is definitely a building that would fit into my Lego city. This set was designed by Justin Ramsden, who designed the previous Sanctum Sanctorum set, and it's clear he's put a lot of care into the design of this set. So let's make a start with the build of this great looking set. First, of course, I'll get everything out of the box. I'm not going to show you every step or stage of the build. If you want to look at that level of detail, I'd recommend downloading the instructions for the set from the Lego website. But I will try to show you any major features and unusual part usage or building techniques. As you can see, there are 18 bags of parts in this set. Although some of the bags have been opened to remove the minifigs, I'm pleased to see that the parts have been kept in the bags so that I can easily follow the instructions for the build. There are 3 instruction books, and I've also got the sticker sheets for the set, so I'm all ready to go. As usual with a modular building, you start off with the base plate. I'm pleased to see that it's in the dark bluish grey colour that I prefer for my Lego city. And of course, the first thing to build is the pavement or sidewalk on the usual corner layout. There are the usual places for a lamppost and the drains by the curb, and on this one you can start to see where the entrance to the building will go, and there are a couple of places where small trees will be put in later. Then we start on the foundations for the walls and lay out the tiling for the interior of the ground floor. I really like the fully tiled ground floor in this reddish brown and dark orange checkerboard pattern. The connection points for connecting to other modular buildings are included in the side wall on this side, and they're included in the boxes that are sitting in the alleyway on this side. There also seems to be this strange transparent blue cube that sits in the space underneath where the stairs are going to go. I've no idea what that's supposed to represent, but then I don't follow the Marvel universe, so there's probably going to be lots of the things in this set that are references to items that I don't understand. Now I can start on the build of the ground floor. At the back and sides, this is mostly grey bricks with some grey masonry profile bricks. But there's also this strange alcove arrangement at the back with a book chained to the wall for some reason. There are some nice internal fittings on the ground floor, such as this cabinet by the side entrance and this refrigerator, complete with an interior. Then there's the lovely build of this long case clock, and of course the magnificent staircase in the main entrance. But there were some cases where I didn't follow the exact order of the instructions because I found it easier, for example when building these columns of bricks with facing tiles, to build them first and then place them on a flat surface to make sure they were all aligned properly. The front entrance is made almost entirely with studs on the side, and the doors are an assembly of plates and tiles with stickers to represent the glass inserts. The angled corner of the building is a masterpiece of assembly using these 45-degree angled slope pieces and a complex assembly of bricks, plates and tiles to form this 45-degree corner construction. Sometimes it's difficult to see how something works when you're building it, so I made a model of the corner in Studio. Although there aren't any specialised parts used in this assembly, there is a very clever use of some parts that have only been introduced in recent years. There's a rather complicated assembly that makes the mezzanine level at the top of the staircase, and there are lots of details on this level, especially when you look at the back as well, with boxes and other small details. And this is cleverly designed so that it can be slotted into the ground floor without any real attachment points. Joins up beautifully with the top of the staircase, but can be removed again for access to the passageway at the rear of the building. The build of the ground floor is completed with a couple of other small features. There's a newspaper box, a lamppost that goes right on the corner here, and a yellow dumpster that is supposed to go on this corner, although in that position it rather blocks access to the alleyway. So that's the build of the ground floor complete. Now I'll move on to build the first floor. Although there are quite a lot of plates here, it seems like this building doesn't have a solid floor, and instead you start by building this kind of framework around the outside, which will support a floor around the outside, leaving a kind of atrium space in the centre. Actually build into this kind of floor plate with a hole in the middle, which includes this angled corner and another, no doubt, clever corner construction here. And that should fit onto the ground floor that I've already made, and will of course support the walls around the outside. Now you would normally put stickers on these panels here, but I'm going to build this set without these stickers at the moment, just to see how it works out, because I don't really want to put stickered parts on that are specific to the Marvel universe. The walls at the back are made of a mixture of medium stone grey or light bluish grey and medium nougat bricks, which gives a interesting sort of broken effect. Not sure, but we'll have to see how it pans out when I've built up the rest of this floor. So on the back wall here, there's a quite clever sliding mechanism that allows these panels, which should have different pictures in them, to be slid behind this door, so that you have three different options for what appears behind this door. There's the middle one, the right hand one, and the left hand one. These sliding mechanisms are operated by these kind of air conditioning units on the back, and the pictures are going to be hidden by these rather excellent bookcases with lots of different colours of books, styles of spine, which go on either side here, and another one goes on this side here. These bookcases were very parts intensive to build, but I think they give a really good effect overall. There are various artifacts and treasures placed on the bookshelves, and there are a couple of nice red armchairs, but there's not much actual floor space on this first floor of the building. There's quite a neat little construction here to attach this 4x4 transparent dish to make a round window at the front of the facade. And there's another very clever technique for the construction of the angled corner on the first floor, which again uses parts that have probably only been introduced in the last few years. And this technique is continued with more brackets, snot bricks, wedge plates and sloping tiles to construct the upper part of the corner. And this has a corner window as well, cleverly capped off by a corner plate and tile arrangement. Again, these techniques might be worth exploring further, as angled walls have always been very difficult to achieve in Lego. These columns look really nice up the facade of the building. At the side and also at the front here. And the lower part of some of the columns are made using these, which are my first ever 1x5 plates. Yes, you heard it right, 1x5 plates. And the top parts of the columns are made using slightly more conventional 1x3s, which I think give a nice and really classical feel to the facade of the building. There's another unusual technique for making some columns that go inside the building using this piece, which is another piece I've never seen before. It's a kind of tube with a bar sticking out of the side and an anti-stud in the bottom, and they go in here like this. But unless I'm missing something, I don't really see why you couldn't make those out of ordinary bricks. So this level of the build is finished off with the usual tiling separation layer to separate this from the next level of the building. And there's this slightly unusual inverted wheel arch here, which provides a kind of upside down arch, which of course provides part of the framing for the signature window in the roof. There is still a big gap in the side wall here, and that will take one of the optional panels that allow you to change the configuration of the side walls. Now, as this is turning out to be quite a long build with lots of interesting features to look at, I'm going to take a break here and come back with the rest of the build in another video. There's still quite a lot to do, including building the top floor and the roof, assembling the building, looking at those optional panels and their configuration, and some other details to finish off the build. So I'll leave it here, and I promise I'll be back soon with the remainder of this build. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the rest of the build. Bye for now.